some things homeowners can run into during the winter?
Frozen water lines is the biggest issue. The wind chill has a lot to do with it, and also drafts. They can find out that a lot of times what they thought their water lines were protected, they weren't, and they can freeze up and burst.
How common is that?
It's not real common anymore. It's getting better, but there's still quite a few that happens. You know, I mean, it's selective few, but there's a lot of water lines that are exposed to the elements to where they can freeze.
What are some tips that people can implement to avoid those issues?
Biggest thing is to make sure that you check your water lines before the temps hit cold. Before cold weather hits. Look for drafts. Look for water lines in outside walls of houses. They're susceptible to freezing. Another thing is, if you do think that there's a possibility of water line freezing, you can let your tap water just dribble a little bit. You know, run a little slow. It'll keep the water moving. It'll keep it from freezing. Just overall check everything. Overall, make sure everything's protected from the elements.
Is there a certain temperature people should have their houses set during the winter?
Keep them above 60 degrees, I would say. You know, just to be safe. You know, if you're going to be on vacation for a couple weeks in this kind of weather, I would have someone check it every once in a while. Go over and house it a little bit and make sure everything's going good. We've had water lines burst where people are on vacation, they get back home and their basement's full of water. No one was there checking on it, so you want to make sure you keep someone there to keep an eye on it, a relative or someone.
How can you tell if your water line is frozen?
Turn the tap on, turn your faucet on, and there's no water is usually the first way to tell.
Is there anything else you'd like to say or you think people should know?
No, just keep an eye out, and like I said, you know, check everything thoroughly and make sure your water lines are protected from the elements, if there's any drafts or anything. And if you do question a water line might freeze, you know, leave your faucet on just a little bit so the water keeps moving. Other than that, that's about it.